Hey everyone, it's Dr. Mel here, and I have an exciting opportunity for you. I'm looking for 2 interns who would love to share your expertise in exchange for a scholarship to my Entrepreneur Academy. So if you've ever thought about starting your own educational consultancy, but you're just not quite sure exactly what you would do, I can help you with that. That's what you're going to learn in my Entrepreneur Academy. I'll help you figure out exactly where your interests, your purpose, your passions, your skills, all of your experiences, all of your expertise, where those align to be the perfect educational consultancy for you. So if you have some mad skills in social media marketing or email marketing or anything at all that you could help me in my business, then hit me up. I'm doing much of the work myself at this moment, and I could really use the help. And I know that there are some really creative educators out there who would love to exchange your services in order to learn how to start your own educational consultancy. I'm going to drop a link in the show notes. All you have to do is click on it, give me your name and email, and I will reach out to you with more information. Overcoming challenges and persevering in the face of adversity is a really important aspect of personal and professional growth. And you know, as an educator, that challenges are going to pop up. They are inevitable. And it's really essential to develop those strategies to help maintain that motivation and the drive when you have those challenges and those obstacles that you have to overcome or get around. And staying focused and determined and committed to your goals, it's going to help ensure that you can overcome any challenges that may pop up, and you know they will. And then you're going to emerge really much more resilient and effective as an educator when you get past those challenges. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about what motivation looks like and give you some actionable steps. Let's get started. Hi, friend. Are you ready to move into a leadership position? Do you have interests and ambitions that you want to pursue, but feel like you don't know how to take that next step? Maybe you want to start your own coaching or consulting agency. I'm Mel, and I help educators define their career path through correct mindset, knowing your options, and getting prepared for your career transition. I will show you how to level up your leadership skills, share your expertise in a new way, create impact on a larger scale, and put your leadership in motion. As an educator for over 20 years, I started to feel underused and like I had more to give. I knew when the time had come for me to leave the classroom and affect change on a larger level. Now, I'm ready to help you determine where your talents and skills mesh with your passions and interests, put your leadership in motion, and move into that next phase of your educational career journey. Let me help you define your career path by having the right mindset, knowing your options, and getting prepared for that next leadership position. So power up and put your leadership in motion. Hey guys, Dr. Mel here. And I know that many of you out there are very ambitious. And you like to stay ambitious, but sometimes motivation is really hard to come by. We're always excited at the beginning of the year, and there's so much motivation, and it's high energy all over the place. But as the year goes on, we start to lose some of that motivation. We get tired, and we've dealt with challenges, difficult parents, difficult students, difficult teachers, some of us. And sometimes it's really hard just to stay motivated, but it's really important that we do. It's crucial for you as a building leader, especially, to stay motivated so you can create that culture of motivation and that keep that high energy going all year long. Well, staying motivated during those tough times shows up in several practical ways. For instance, you might find yourself actively looking for solutions rather than getting stuck on the problems. That's motivation. If a lesson plan isn't working, instead of feeling defeated, you brainstorm new ways to engage your students or ask colleagues for advice or examples of what they're doing. You might also commit to your own growth by seeking out opportunities to learn. Maybe you could attend a workshop or take an online course or read a book. or listen to a great podcast like Empowered Educator. And there are some amazing tech people out there who love to share their knowledge of tech. So if you're looking for new techie ways for your classroom or for your building, if you're a building leader or for your district even, hit those guys up. Listen to some of the podcasts and check them out online. They have some amazing tools. Setting clear, realistic goals is another sign of motivation. For example, if you want to improve student engagement, you could set a goal to implement at least one new teaching strategy each month. If you're the building leader, you can share one new teaching strategy each month that they could try in the classroom. And then check on your own progress or check on the progress of the teachers if you're the building leader. And that helps everybody stay on track and you know where you need to make those adjustments when necessary. When you're faced with setbacks, you choose to view them as chances to learn rather than as failures. Sometimes that's hard. I know. I've had a lot of failures growing my business. I have failed in my classroom. I failed as a principal, but I was always really self-reflective and got feedback from those who could help me. If a project doesn't go as planned, take the time to analyze it and see what went wrong and how you can do better next time or where you can course correct, because sometimes projects have to be completed by a certain deadline and you need to figure out how to fix it. And no matter what stage you are in your educational journey, whether you're in the classroom, whether you have moved into an administration position, whether you're thinking about moving into consulting or coaching, I always recommend having a mentor or a coach to help guide you and support you and keep you accountable. Okay, I have some actionable steps for you to cultivate that motivation within yourself. Number 1, set SMART goals. We've all talked about that. Think about what you want to achieve and make it specific. I talk a lot about backward planning. Break those down. Start from what you want to accomplish and work backward. For instance, instead of saying, I want to be a better teacher, set a clear goal like I will implement 2 new interactive activities in my classroom by the end of the semester. Then break that down, back that off, and see what that looks like each month, each week, each day. Break it down into those smaller tasks and then prepare your lessons accordingly. Prepare your lesson plans accordingly. Number 2, engage in continuous learning. I am a true lifelong learner. I am constantly learning and soaking in information, probably a little to my own detriment because sometimes I'm soaking in so much that I can't soak it in any longer. There is a point in time when it just becomes consumption and you're not able to put the consumption or the things that you're consuming into practice. Well, that's me very often because I am constantly listening to books on tape or listening to podcasts or looking on websites and growing myself. I might take a free course or a 5-day challenge. And I usually have 2 or 3 things going at one time, which makes it a little hard to be really good at what I'm doing. So I have to be really good at learning when I need to slow down and simplify a little bit. So if there's something that you want to learn specifically, for example, my son right now, he is wanting to learn coding so he can create a website for a business that him and my other son are getting ready to start. And so he is taking a class and he is going through it a little bit at a time every day or every day that he has the opportunity because he still has a full-time job and a part-time job. So he's doing this on the side, but he calls me and he checks in and tells me what he's learning. And I don't understand half of it because it's all coding and, that kind of stuff. I get a little bit of it, but not a lot. And he is doing this one thing. That is the one thing he is focused on right now so he can do it really well. I am currently creating a community on the school platform, SKOOL, and I will have that link in the show notes for you because I am ready to start inviting people into my community. Now, it's not completely built, but I'm learning how to build it, and that is my one focus right now. That is the one thing I'm consuming and putting into practice. So I consume a piece of information, I apply it. That way I don't get confused. I've gotten rid of all of the other distractions in my learning, and I'm cutting back. I am learning to say no. But I would love to invite you to my new school community. It's going to be Empowered Educator on the school platform. I'm going to have so many good resources. I'm going to have tools and resources that you can print, websites. I'm going to put my podcast information on there, podcast episodes. There are going to be interviews that I've done that are going to be on there. You're going to be able to connect with other education leaders, other people who are growing, other teachers. It's going to be a great community. So I really want to invite you to get on that link and get into my school community. I'm going to have some coaching opportunities. There's just going to be so much stuff. Now, when you get in there, it's not going to be very full yet because I am adding as I can, but I wanted to start letting everybody in so they can start collaborating and networking. I'm also going to have a section for self-care. There's just going to be a lot of stuff, guys. So I really want you to join that community and be active because that's it. It's all about being active. So if you're not active, you're going to get kicked out. It's not to put something else on your plate, but help you manage the things that are already on your plate. And again, it doesn't matter what stage you're in, whether you're a classroom teacher who wants to be more of a leader, whether you're looking to move into a different position within education or even outside of education, or whether you're even wanting to start your own educational business of some sort, like a consultancy or a coaching business or a copywriting business or whatever that looks like. All of that's going to be in this community. So I can't wait for you to be part of it, which segues very nicely into my third tip, which is to build a support community. Connect with other educators. You're going to be able to do that inside the school community, whether it's through the school community or other social media or local professional networks or groups. There are so many ways that you can connect, that you can network and grow yourself. I'm in Facebook groups. I learned so much from being in those groups. Find some Facebook groups that really appeal to you and what you're looking to accomplish, and get in there and be active. Don't just be a lurker. Be active because you learn when you're active, not when you sit there. Then be reflective. This is my next one. Be reflective and then adapt. Set aside some time at the end of each week to think about what went well and what didn't. What can you change? What was great that you need to duplicate or replicate? Keep a journal. Jot down your thoughts throughout the week. Also, don't forget to jot down those gratitudes that you've had throughout the week. We always have to do that so we can keep a heart of gratitude. Number 5, celebrate success. Take time to recognize your own achievements and the achievements of others, no matter how small. You know what? I was able to do something the other day. I don't even remember what it was. And it was so insignificant, but it felt good to me. And so I celebrated that. It was a gratitude that I was able to write down. And every community that I'm in, to grow my business, to grow myself, to grow my practices, my skills, they always start with celebrating success, no matter how small. Right before I started recording this, I sent out an invitation to my school community. That is a celebration to me. I invited my first founding member. And so I feel really good about that. This person's going to give me feedback. They're going to give me their perspective. And then they're in my community. They're my first person in the community. So exciting. Number 6 is really important. Prioritize self-care. Make self-care a priority by incorporating activities that relax and recharge you. Unplug on the weekend. Don't think about work. Take a day where you actually don't work and you are resting, you're relaxing, you're having fun, you're visiting your family, you're doing whatever it is for you and your family and your situation. I do not work on Sundays if I can avoid it. I don't schedule anything. I rest, I relax, I veg out on the couch, I binge watch some shows. My boyfriend and I, we eat, we do whatever, we maybe find a movie to go to or something like that. We just try not to think on Sundays any more than we absolutely have to, because that's our day of rest and relaxation. And then we're recharged for the week ahead. When you put all of these steps into practice, you're developing a strong, resilient mindset that empowers you to face those challenges head on and to continue growing as an influential leader in education. Whether you're in the classroom, whether you're a building leader, whether you're a district leader, whether you are leading in a different capacity. Staying motivated is about creating a positive rhythm in your professional life that helps you tackle those challenges with confidence and resilience. Have a great weekend, everybody. I will see you back here, same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.